Let us now start our bidding conference. May I request Engineer Flora Sara Di Bisaya for the attendance to determine if there is a quorum from the Bids and Awards Committee members. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, good morning to everyone for this bidding conference and of one project, and we have also this pre-bid conference for three projects. And for our attendance, we have here our BOC chairperson, Attorney Joey Gingani, and BOC member, Attorney Ormel Digo, Engineer Cristina Luz Arcakayan, Ruth D. Cantiveros, Engineer Ruth D. Cantiveros, and from the BAC TWG, we have here Architect Ann Coro as head BAC TWG with Engineer Llewellyn Dog and also Engineer Dexter Corpus. And from the BAC Secretariat, Flora Sara Di Visaya, yours truly. And we have here also Miss Annabel Musqueda, Miss Odessa Sida, Miss Stephen Joy Constante, and Miss Michelin Mundaga. And for our participating bidders for this project, we have only one. Ma'am Jennifer is Nonan of Reros Construction and Supply Development Corporation. And we have, yes, we have online. Uh, we have from DOH, sir, from DOH, can you please open your camera? We are now about to start our bidding conference. Yes. Hello, sir, from DOH Regional Office. Okay, for our attorney, shall we proceed to the pre-bid conference? Or, uh, well, by the way, with this pre-bid conference and bidding conference, we invited COA, SCASB, and Rich Foundation, but there's no representative attending to this bidding conference and pre-bid conference today. So, Mr. Chair, open na. Okay, thank you, ma'am. We'll acknowledge the presence from Agusan del Norte, Ma'am Bernadita Tiner via online. Thank you, ma'am. Where are the others, ma'am? Provincial Hospital, Agusan del Norte Provincial Hospital. Okay, another one we have here from
Kasi
DOH
yung
Back
ito ma'am.
Secretariat. You are?
Um,
Your
ako
name,
lang for EDNPS.
sir?
Wala, magkaroon na to, balik na ko.
So we have here again from Agusan del Norte
Ito
Provincial
ko na yung
Hospital,
ginagawa.
Ma'am
Yes,
Bernard
ma'am.
Dinner.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning. Ako lang ang nag-attend for Agusan del Norte Provincial Hospital.
Okay, welcome, ma'am. Bidding conference. Then the other one from DOH, regional office, back nawala. So, Mr. Chair,
Hello. Hello. So there being a quorum from the bids and awards committee members, so let us now proceed with the bidding conference. So we have here the generated eligibility results from the CWA. So for contract announcing the results for contract ID number 24N 00224 or the DOH Health Facilities Enhancement Program LGU Hospitals Agusan del Norte Provincial Hospital Agusan del Norte. We have one eligible bidder, namely Rose Construction and Supply Development Corporation. May I request the TWG to please open the first envelope of the eligible bidder. Thank you.
Announcing the result of the technical evaluation for contract ID number 24N00224 DOH Health Facilities Enhancement Program or HFIP LGU Hospitals to Agusan del Norte Provincial Hospital, Agusan del Norte, with an approved budget for the contract of 49,750,000 pesos. For this project, we have only one bidder, under Riros Construction and Supply Development Corporation, submitted bid security in a form of bid securing declaration, and they are complying or sufficient. That's all, sir.
Hello. DWG, kindly open the second envelope of the complying bidder. Thank you.
announcing the result of the financial evaluation for contract ID number 24N00224, DOH Health Facilities Enhancement Program, HFIP, LGU Hospitals to Agusan del Norte Provincial Hospital, Agusan del Norte, with an approved budget for the contract of 49,750,000 pesos. So for Railroads Construction and Supply Development Corporation, in the total amount of bid of 49,698,254 pesos. Passed. So for this project, we have a lone bidder under Riros Construction and Supply Development Corporation. That's all, sir.
Hello. Hello. Thank you, ma'am. So please take note that the bid is still subject to bid evaluation and arithmetical corrections. Thank you. Hello. So that would be all for our bidding conference for today. So may I hear the pleasure of the body for the bidding conference? Bilang- Yun na lang.
I move for the adjournment of this reading conference.
Second the motion.
So there is a motion for the adjournment of our bidding conference and it is duly seconded. I now declare this bidding conference adjourned. Thank you and good morning. So let us proceed with the pre-bid conference with the same attendance. And before anything else, I would like to announce regarding our participants via online for the bidding conference na you are now excused, but you may stay if you want to watch our pre-bid conference online. Thank you. Pre-bid pala, pre-bid. So let us now proceed with the pre-bid conference with the same attendance. So we have three projects for the pre-bid conference with contract ID number 24N00221, construction of flood mitigation structure along Kubi Creek, Kubi Nasipit, Agusan del Norte. Second, 24N00222, construction of flood mitigation structure Kababalahan Creek along Kababalahan Bridge, Buena Vista, Agusan del Norte. And lastly, contract ID number 24N00223, construction of flood control structure, flood control along Agusan Pequeño Creek, Butuan City. So,
Reminders.
may I request Engineer Flora Sara de Bisaya for some reminders? Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, for this pre-bid conference, for our reminders. First, please be guided of the provisions of RA 9184 and its IAR as well as the GPPB issuances. Dropping of bid only CWA registered representatives will be allowed. If not available, SPA will be recognized subject to the following guidelines. Number one, the SPA should be emailed to the BAC Secretariat using the PhilJEP's registered email of the company govern. Three, only one representative per company is allowed during the bidding period due to the limited space of the conference room. Additional participants can view the live coverage through Zoom or online. Another reminders, qualifications of the materials engineers should include the DPWH accreditation issued through a department order. Deadline of submission is at 10 a.m. sharp. The notary should not be taken lightly. It can lead to criminal or prosecution and blacklisting. Lastly, the bidders are directed to use, no, this is no longer applicable. For our house rules, when called, raise your hand to be recognized. Phone calls on silent mode. Calls should be answered outside. And if there are any questions, clarifications, raise your hand to be recognized before raising any issue. That's all for our reminder, sir, and house rules. And
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
okay, and let us proceed for, we have here the presenters from Planning and Design Divisions. They are Engineer Michael Jude M. Alejandria, Clifford Asses, Engineer Clifford Asses, and Engineer Nerika Kane G. Bordios. So let us proceed to the
Okay,
presentation.
ma'am. So please proceed for the first presentation. Thank you.
Good morning, ma'am and sir. I will be presenting, ma'am and sir, the contract ID, the project with the contract ID of 24 and 00221, construction of flood mitigation structure along Kubi-Kubi Creek, Kubi-Kubi Nasipit, Agusan del Norte, with appropriation of 100 million pesos, ABC of 96,500,000 pesos, location at Nasipit, Agusan del Norte, with a contract duration of 240 calendar days. Description of work to be done, facilities for the engineer, other general requirements, earthwork, bank and slope protection works, with a total of 100%. Scope of work, construction of flood mitigation structure with a total length of 513.32 linear meters. Summary of the quantities for Part A, Part B, and Part LA, and Part LB. Minimum equipment requirement, breakdown for the facilities for the engineer, and other general requirements. For the quarry site, item 104 at Bunbun Mountain, 17 kilometers from project site. For item 200 at Ginabsan River, 11 kilometers from project site. And for item 405 and 505 at Kabadbaran River, Dinabukan section, with average hauling distance of 53 kilometers from project site. Location map of the project. In this side, ma'am, kay padong sa Nasipit, o kani padong sa Buenavista or Tubutuan City. along sa highway lang siya. Kubi-kubi, ma'am. Typical section of slope protection works. Concrete slope protection detail. And that's all, ma'am, answer. Any questions?
Thank you. Do we have questions or clarifications? So there is none. Please proceed to the next project. Thank you.
Wala. Iapas. For the next project, ah, this project, di ma'am kay mga 2024 project nga unprogram. So the next project with the contract ID of 24N00222, construction of flood mitigation structure Kababalahan Creek along Kababalahan Bridge, Buenavista, Agusan del Norte. Appropriation of 100 million pesos, ABC 96,500,000 pesos, location at Buenavista, Agusan del Norte, with a contract duration of 240 calendar days. Description of work to be done, facilities for the engineers, other general requirements, earthwork and bank slope protection works, with a total of 100%. Scope of work, construction of flood mitigation structure, length of 208.28 lineal meters. Summary of quantities. For Part A, facilities for the engineer. Part B, other general requirements. Part LA, earthwork. And Part LB, bank and slope protection works. For the minimum equipment requirement, breakdown for facilities for the engineer and other general requirements. For the quarry site, item 104 at Bunbun Mountain Quarry, a mountain, 27 kilometers from project site. For item 200 at Ginabsan River, 4 kilometers from project site. And for item 405 and 505 at Cabalbaran River, Dinabukan section, 62 kilometers from project site. Location map of the project. Padong na siya sa Alicias, pero di siya kaabot. 11 kilometers lang gikan sa highway. Typical section of slope protection works. Concrete slope protection detail. That's all, ma'am, answer.
We have questions or clarifications. So there is none. Please proceed to the last project. Thank you.
For the last project, with the contract ID of 24N00223, construction of flood control along Agos San Pequeño Creek, Butuan City. This is a continuing project, ma'am. from the past year, ma'am. Past 2024 na. No. Appropriation, 300 million pesos. ABC, 289,500,000 pesos. Location at Butuan City with a contract duration of 330 calendar days. Description of work to be done, facilities for the engineer, other general requirements, earthwork, bank and slope protection works with a total of 100%. Scope of work, construction of flood mitigation structure with a total length of 1,183.5 linear meters. Summary of quantities for Part A, Part B, Part LA, and Part LB. The minimum equipment requirement, breakdown for the facilities of the engineer and other general requirements. For the quarry site, item 104 at Bunbun Hill Quarry, 11 kilometers from project site. And for item 405 at Kabadbaran River Dinabucan section, 34 kilometers from project site. This is the location map of the project. Muna itong main road to pagatpatan niya ang pikas kay to Obrero. Reinforced concrete slope protection detail. Hot rolled Z-type sheet pile. Properties. And that's all, Ma'am and Sir.
Thank you. So do we have questions or clarifications? So there is none. That is our last project, no? So may I request Engineer Flora Sara Divisaya for the presentation of our technical and financial requirements. Thank you.
Okay, for the okay, for the technical requirements during the prior to the bidding conference. First, the field gift certificate of registration and membership platinum. Number two, letter A, if not enrolled in CWA following Class A and B documents not covered by field gift certificate, here are the following requirements. First, There should be a pickup license and registration, statement of all ongoing government and private projects, the SLCC, the NFCC computation, and statement of total assets and liabilities, and GBA if applicable, or joint venture agreement. Letter B, if enrolled in CWA Class A and B documents, and CWA if any to be updated. Third requirement, it's a bid security in the prescribed form, amount, and validity period. Here are the following acceptable forms: cash, cashier's check, manager's check issued by a universal or commercial bank at 2% of ABC. Another one, we have a bank draft guarantee or a revocable letter of credit issued by a universal or commercial bank issued by a foreign bank, confirmed or authenticated by a universal or commercial bank at 2% of ABC. Another one, we have here also the surety bond, callable upon demand, issued by a surety or insurance company duly certified by the Insurance Commission as authorized to issue such security at 5% of ABC. And the last is the most common one, the bid securing declaration. The fourth requirement, it's a project requirements which shall include the following. Letter A, there should be an organizational chart for the contract to be bid, the list of contractors' key personnel, see clause 14.2A3B BDS, to be assigned to the contract with their complete qualification data. Another one, the list of contractors, major construction and laboratory equipment units owned, leased, and or under purchase agreements, supported by proof of ownership, lease, purchase, and certification of availability of equipment from lessor vendor for project duration, see clause 14.2A3C BDS. Lastly, we have the omnibus sworn statement in the form of prescribed by GPPB Resolution Number 16-2020. Please take note that if there are any missing, incomplete, or patently insufficient document on the above checklist, on the above mentioned checklist, is a ground for outright rejection of the bid. Next will be the financial requirement. For the financial requirement of the bid, first, there should be a duly signed financial bid form in accordance with the form prescribed in Section 9 bidding forms. Another one, there should be a duly signed bid prices in the bill of quantities. The duly signed detailed estimates, including a summary sheet indicating the unit prices of construction materials, labor rates, and equipment rentals used in coming up with the bid. And lastly, we have the duly signed quarterly, monthly cash flow and payment schedule. Again, please take note that if there are any missing, incomplete, or patently insufficient documents on the above mentioned checklist, is a ground for outright rejection of the bid. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, ma'am. So, do we have any questions or clarifications for the technical and financial requirements? So, there is none. So, to formally close the PB conference, may I hear the pleasure of the body?
I move for the adjournment of the pre-bid conference.
So it has there is a motion for the adjournment and duly seconded. Now declare this pre-bid conference adjourned. Thank you and good morning.